It is a brand new kind of me, and today is September 5th, 2016. Just thought I'd check in and let you know where I'm at on my journey. So at this point, I've done everything I need to do, and I am waiting for a phone call so we can schedule a date. So, just to keep everyone up to speed, if you haven't watched my other videos, I have done the psych evaluation that's required by my insurance. All my blood work's in to make sure my vitamin levels are right. The vitamin levels did come back that I needed to take a supplement for vitamin D and B12. And just from talking to other people in my seminars that I had to go to, that's very typical. I think most of the people I talk to have to take a supplement. It's just because we don't get those types of vitamins in our everyday, diet and eating. So I'm taking vitamins daily to make sure that my B12 and my D are up where they're supposed to be. I know that aids in cell reproduction, so make sure things are healing in a timely manner after surgery. I know that's one of the concerns and why they're working on making sure those vitamin levels are where they're supposed to be at the beginning. So I'm doing that. I have went into the two seminars that I needed to go to. The first one was for nutrition, and it talked a lot about how we need to make sure after surgery that the protein level is up. That's one of the things again that's going to help with healing fast, and then keeping keeping healthy. The proteins required to stay healthy and make sure you don't lose your hair. Now, I've heard a lot of different things about hair loss, and that some of that could be attributed to the anesthesia that's used, that it actually puts your hair follicles to sleep when your whole body is sleeping. And that it stays asleep for a few months. So as your hair does normally fall out and then grow back, it's just happening. You're just able to see it a little bit more during this process, and that usually the worst of it, I guess, happens around the 3-month mark, and then by the 6 months after surgery, your hair is back to where it's supposed to be. But by eating protein and making sure you have the correct vitamins inside your body, that'll help to decrease it, I guess, so that hair loss a little bit is inevitable, it sounds like, but depending on how well you take care of yourself will determine how bad you suffer from the hair loss and how long it takes for things to recover and come back. So I have a lot of hair. It's my hair is thin, but I have a lot of it, so I'm hoping that even if I do go through the hair loss phase, that it won't be to the point where where it's going to be extremely noticeable. I'm feeling like I might just thin my hair out, which I'm okay with. So we'll see when we get to that point. But the point of my video today, I wanted to take a little bit of time and give a little bit more detail about the liver reduction diet, which is the diet that I will be doing 10 days prior to my surgery. So at this point, I am just trying to follow the diet that I'll be eating after surgery, just to the best that I can, and then in between having little food funerals every once in a while. Like this past Friday, I did go to the Chinese buffet, which was going to be just like pointless after the surgery because I'll have such a tiny stomach. There's no way I'll be able to really enjoy that at least the way that I do now. So crab legs was the big thing that I wanted to make sure that I had one last time before surgery, because I like to dip it in the butter, and I know that you're supposed to stay away from the fatty, the animal fats, like butter and things like that. So I am like in between having my food funerals are the things that I want to make sure I have one last time, because I don't know what I'll be able to eat after surgery. I guess everyone's a little bit different. and some people can't process certain foods the way that they used to beforehand. So I just want to be prepared for that, and I want to go into this with no regrets. So anything I can do to help with that. So, the 10-day liver reduction diet, I have a sheet here in front of me that I'm looking at. So if I'm looking down, that's why I'm kind of reading off of it a little bit. So my doctor's office recommends that you have a high protein shake. They did give a couple recommendations of different brands. I've chosen to go with Bariatric Fusion just because it meets all the requirements that they need me to be taking without having to mix multiple things. So they had some other suggestions like Unjuri and I guess Wegmans Whey protein powder is another option, but those two do not contain fiber, and so in addition to the protein shake you would have to add 5 grams of what is it called 5 grams of fiber powder to your shakes, basically, so that you're getting your fiber in with your protein and other vitamins and things that are in the shakes. My when I went to my the behavioral workshop, eating behavioral workshop, the instructor of that did say that people that chose to go with a different protein shake besides the ones that they recommended, that their liver did not shrink to a size that that the surgery could be performed. So the doctor actually did make the incision, went in, looked, saw that the liver was too large, and then closed them up, and they went home without surgery. So I don't want that to happen. I want to get cut once and let this. Well, I know that there's five multiple incisions that they'll be doing, but I want it to be a one-time thing where I'm going under anesthesia, having it done, and then we're done. So I'm gonna do this faithfully without cheating, because I would just only be cheating myself. So it is 4 high protein shakes. I'm choosing Bariatric Fusion. I've done a lot of taste testing on the Bariatric Fusion, and I videotaped my taste testing. So if you're curious about any of the flavors, feel free to watch my other videos. And if you have any questions about them, if you comment below, I'll be happy to answer any questions to the best that I can. So you're supposed to have a shake for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and an evening snack. And then you get a half cup of non-starch vegetables once a day. So the only time you're really eating anything is with your half a cup of starchy vegetables, non-starchy vegetables, excuse me. And just so you know, the list of non-starchy vegetables would be a half cup of carrots, cauliflower, salad greens, broccoli, or celery. Those are your options. Then in addition to that, you would need to make sure that you're taking in a minimum of 64 ounces of sugar-free clear liquids. And the list for the clear liquids actually kind of surprised me a little bit. It's better than I thought it was going to be. So water, of course, flavored water, sugar-free flavored water. You can do Crystal Light, Propel Zero, which is sugar-free, G2, which is a low-calorie Gatorade. It does have some sugar in it. There's about 12 grams of sugar, and it's about 50 calories, but that's on the list, and so that's probably honestly the one I'm gonna be drinking a lot of. I drink that now, just during the pre-surgery preparation. I had to do the 10-day journal, and I did drink that. And I'm drinking it now, and I actually do enjoy it. It's not, I don't feel like I'm sacrificing anything or compromising anything. I really feel like it's it's a refreshing drink that I enjoy. Unsweetened iced tea, which I'm imagining I can still squeeze a piece of lemon in, and that's how I drink iced tea normally. So that's a good one too, and that's gonna have some of the caffeine that I'm gonna be missing. Sugar-free Kool-Aid, and they now have the sugar-free Kool-Aid in the little squeezable containers where you just squeeze a little bit into your bottle of water. And I think what I'm going to end up doing for that, during at least during the 10-day liver reduction diet is have a container or two of that in my desk at work, just because it'll be easy, and maybe get a couple different flavors just so I have a variety. Try to keep it interesting so I don't get bored and tempted to sway from the diet. Sugar-free popsicles, which I'm already eating and have found to be a nice snack, like at the end of the night when I'm wanting to eat but I'm really truthfully not hungry. A popsicle is a nice thing because it's refreshing, it's sugar free, and it's low calorie. So there are some calories in it, but it's a lower calorie, so it's definitely a better option than than other choices that I could be making. Sugar-free Jello, which I guess would technically be considered something you would be eating. So, if you're concerned about like the chewing motion, which I'm concerned about, I'm concerned that I'm going to be missing the actual chewing and swallowing food, which you only really are going to be chewing your vegetables, but you can kind of do something like that too with the Jello. You'll the same kind of a motion, which I don't know, maybe that seems weird, but I'm not concerned about being hungry because I have tried these shakes and I know that they do keep you full for a good 3 to 4 hours at a time. So 4 of these shakes a day, and then of course you're going to be sleeping, the other half of the time, would be plenty of food where I won't be feeling hungry, but I just feel like I'll be craving that actual activity of eating. So the vegetable and the Jello, I think, will help with that. One of the things that they did mention in the behavioral seminar workshop that I went to is that because you can have fat-free chicken, beef, or vegetable broth as one of that's considered a clear liquid. So you can have that as part of the minimum of the 64 ounces that you need to drink. Is you can actually take your half a cup of vegetables and put that in the broth, and then that makes it kind of like a mock soup. It's obviously not a soup because you're not, you don't got all like the onions and the chunks of meat and flavoring and all that stuff. But you at least you can eat it with a spoon, and it makes you feel like you're eating, so you have that activity of putting something in your mouth, chewing it, and swallowing it. So I think that would help me, because that was honestly my after I got past the fear of the protein shakes and found some that I do like, that was my next kind of concern is, okay, that's an activity that I do multiple times a day right now, and it's kind of like smokers, how how they get used to the bringing a cigarette to your mouth, which I used to do, so I kind of can relate to that, and then not having this action, even though you're trying to quit or you're doing the patch or whatever, you still have that craving to bring stuff to your mouth, and that's why a lot of people end up eating instead of smoking, because it's an activity that they're used to doing. So obviously I'm not going to be smoking. So then the last thing on the list is black coffee or tea. Obviously with no cream or sugar, and you can have a maximum of 2 cups of that per day, and that counts towards your clear liquids. So I think I can do this. I'm really excited about next steps. There's a couple picnics and parties coming up, and it's I'm at the point now where I'm really just ready to move forward and take this next step and schedule my surgery. So it'll be interesting. I'm really interested to see like how far out they're scheduling, what dates are available, and how that'll work out with with things that I have planned, like picnics and birthday parties and stuff that are coming up in the next month or so. But I'm not going to postpone my surgery because of that. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this, and it's been a long time coming. I've been contemplating this for years, and it wasn't until I saw someone really close to me have the surgery about 9 months ago, and just how well she's doing and how much weight she's lost, and it really kind of opened my eyes up. And she looks healthy too. That was my big thing, is that people that have weight loss surgery, I had this idea in my mind that they all, were sick and malnourished and, didn't have enough vitamins and they weren't healthy and it wasn't a healthy option. And then I see my this person close to me who has gone through it, and she does look healthy. And that's kind of what opened my eyes to it. So opened my eyes to it where I felt comfortable going through with the process. And then as soon as I was at peace with it, it was like, okay, let's do this now. So I spent years and years and years fighting, deciding in my mind if this was something I could ever do. But then when I finally had that peace, it's like, okay, now's the time. So I'm not going to postpone it. I'm ready. So that's where I'm at. It's a brand new kind of me. And again, as I say in all my videos, if you like what you hear, please like my video, subscribe to this channel, because I will continue to be posting probably during my liver reduction diet, just to let you know how I'm doing. And then, of course, after surgery, I'll keep you posted so you can see my progress. So if you have any questions, please comment below, and I will say goodbye for now. I hope you are having a wonderful day.